What's happening, people? Dan Lawless here, back with what will be my last transfer video of the summer. That's right, the deadline day is now closed. No more players coming in. And yeah, we're going to go through all the ins and outs and rate them, basically. Go through them and give my thoughts. Before we get into that, this video is sponsored by Unibet. Do help us out and click the link in the description down below to check out all the stuff that they've had to say on the transfer goings on, ins and going out, so you can catch up with basically what's happened in the window. So check the link in the description down below. So before I get into it, I had a comment. Someone was moaning that I'm too dry, that I was too dry in the last video. And what I should say is I think I may have broken a rib. I think I might have actually broken a rib. I was in training the other day, sparring with some guy, and I think he sort of had his arms around my waist, not around my waist, like around my ribs basically, and as he's brought his weight down as I'm coming up, and I just felt it go, like felt something there, like this sharp pain since then. And like an idiot, I went back the next day and done more sparring, and I've made it worse. So I don't really do doctors, I don't do hospitals or anything like that, so I don't it's not I don't do it, I just hate ag of going through it all. So I've been seeing how it goes. Hopefully it's on the mend, but yeah, so I've been in a lot of pain the past few days, so that's probably why I ain't been all happy-go-lucky, sunshine, whatever. So that's it, but I will try a bit harder to be the all singing, all dancing today. So so let's go through all the ins and outs. By the way, my mum did want to say thank you to all the nice comments she's had about her hanging flower basket up there. Lots of people really commenting on that, and it's the internet, you gotta love YouTube. And yeah, so let's go through all the ins and outs that we have had this summer. Let's start with the outs, right? Let's go with the outs. So I mean, we start off with a big one. I can't remember what's in chronological order of who left first, right? So don't hold me to that. But Marko of Arnautovic to Shanghai SIPG, £23 million. I believe we undersold him, but we got over 100 grand off the wage books. Got a bad apple out of the dressing room, out of the club. So you know, we move on. We had some players released. Moses McCarthy, Moses McCarthy and Anthony Martinez, two very promising young players. Really sad to see that it hasn't worked out for them. Best of luck to them in the future. I guess, look, if the staff don't think that they're good enough, then they're not good enough. So yeah, shame to see them go. Another one was released, Vachon Neufville. Sorry, I haven't heard of him. I've only got so much time in my life. Maybe I should know every single young player, but I don't. I'm sorry, but best of luck to him. You know, sad it ain't work out. Samir Nasri, yeah, that was one of the first things. Samir Nasri got released, showed a lot of promise, couldn't stay fit. Just couldn't stay fit. Another big bit of money off the wage bill. Big one, Andy Carroll off the wage bill. He has finally gone after 7 years in the club. At the club, finally gone. 90 grand a week. Hardly stayed fit. Now he's signed for Newcastle, where he'll absolutely guaranteed to stay fit and will bang in goals against West Ham. You just know it's going to happen. But best of luck to Andy. It's just a shame it didn't work out, and he couldn't be the 15 to 20 goal man like he said he was. Edimilson Fernandes gone to Mainz for £8 million. Another one who looked promising in the midfield, but never quite seemed to go to that level where he really stood out and looked like he could cement a first team place. As I was editing this, I've just realised that I've completely forgot two players who went out on loan. Josh Cullen went back to Charlton on loan. Good move for him. This could be his last chance to prove that he's good enough for West Ham. Really hope that he does do it. Lifelong West Ham fan. Want to see him go on to succeed. Fingers crossed he has a really good season with them and helps them get promoted, and then, you know, finds his way into the West Ham side next season. And Grady Diangana has gone on loan to West Brom under our old manager Slaven Bilic. Also West Ham legend Julian Dix there as well. Gone to play with him. I think it's a great move for him. We're stacked with wingers, talented attacking midfielders. I think this could be a very good move for him, a chance for him to get some regular game time. Hopefully that's what he gets. If he gets some regular playing time, I think he'll do very well in the Championship. He's looked quite good for us in the Premier League. and now he hopefully can smash it week in, week out in the Championship and come back a better player, get a bit more physicality in him as well, get a bit more strength, and yeah, like I said, come back better. So best of luck to Diangana. Reece Oxford recently just gone to Augsburg, 2 million in the German league, which that 2 million we won't see a penny of. I've had a lot of conversations with people on Twitter at the Lawless about it, and I'm sort of, it's part of me feels like, look, we could have got some more money for him, but at the end of the day, many managers didn't rate him. Whether it was Slav, obviously first gave him his start, obviously didn't really play him much after that. Moyes, and now Pellegrini, if they don't rate him and don't see he's going to cut. But it's just a shame. There was times when we was talking about getting £20 million bids for him. And that happens a lot, you know. It's what you think you've got this next young hot prospect and everyone wants a piece of them, and then all of a sudden their value just drops and plummets, and then they go elsewhere for cheap. So what else we got? Yes, Lucas Perez to Alaves, £2 million, which I thought was very cheap. Look, he didn't have the greatest time here, but you know, if you can score 1 goal in 3 games, I think you're at least worth more than £2 million. But another big wage bill off, or high wages off of the wage bill. Bear with me, honestly. Yeah, off that, Mason Barrett, I don't even remember hearing about that, to be honest. Jordan Hugill to QPR loan. He's gone to QPR on loan. Apparently he scored there for them as well. But that's one we couldn't get rid of him. We just couldn't get rid of him. He didn't want to take a drop in wages. So we were stuck with him basically, and loan is all we could do. So, you know, it is what it is with that one. Sam Byram to Norwich for 750 grand, right? You would think, wouldn't you, though, in today's where English players are so highly valued, we could get a bit more for that. But I think we've just sort of cleared out the dead wood, haven't we? And not really worried about bringing in too much money. I think we've undersold on nearly all of the players, and there's no one there that you could say we've got away with that. Do you know what I mean? No one that we've sold, but clear out. You know, that's a positive. We've had a clear out. So yeah, to Norwich, good luck to him. Hopefully he can stay fit, just not at our expense. Who else we got? Pedro Obiang to Sassuolo. £8 million. Pedro Obiang, really class individual, top guy. Just too inconsistent. Didn't work out. Blew hot and cold. I think he'll go and do well over there. So good luck to Pedro. So yeah, I don't know if I've missed any there, but yeah, we've done well there. We got rid of some players there, and I think we've had a good clear out. Now, this is the better part. Players coming in to West Ham, right? David Martin, Millwall, 3, son of Alvin Martin. I don't know if it's on these homegrown player where you have so many English players or whatever, and that's why we've signed him. It was a bit of a weird one because we've loaned Lathan Trott out. Apparently, he's not getting game time. I see someone saying. So hopefully he can come and break into the first team and get in the cups or something. Hopefully, he becomes good enough, because it would be great to see the son of a West Ham legend play some first team football for us, if he's good enough. And after, obviously, Roberto was the other keeper that we got from Espanyol on a free as well. Got very, very mixed reviews, or mostly negative reviews in pre-season, but it's pre-season. We'll see. He's obviously replaced Adrian now. Oh, Adrian. He's released. He's gone to Liverpool on the free. I've spoke about him. Best of luck to him. But yeah, so we'll see what Roberto can do. We brought in Pablo Fornals for £24 million. Looks like a steal. Really promising young player. He's looked very good in pre-season. He's got some class. He got an amazing assist for Lanzini. Flicked it up over his head and overhead scissor kick straight to Lanzini and bang, goal. Yeah, looks very promising. I think he's going to be a very exciting player to watch. And as he comes and adapts to the Premier League, I think it's going to get better and better. Sebastien Haller, another player, 45 million record transfer signing. I think he looks good. Some people are, I don't know, negative on him. Some people are saying wait and see, which is sensible. It's just pre-season, I understand that. But I'm just going by what I've seen, and he looks like he's got the physicality, he's got the hold-up play, he can link up well with other players. I think he's going to get assists on top of goals. I think he looks to be a very good replacement for Arnautovic, and he's a younger model. What is he, like 25 or something? 24, so... Then after that, we got in Goncalo Cardoso. from Boavista, which was the people did correct me and was saying how you pronounce the C, like it's a sort of Gonzalo or whatever. Yeah, I didn't really understand it, to be honest. You're gonna have to help me out a bit more on that pronunciation. Um, yeah, the 18-year-old centre back, highly rated. It's an area that we needed a bit more cover in, and one for the future. It's Albion Ajeti, which I've probably pronounced the name wrong on that, so let me know. Albion Ajeti, right? Another player, very interesting, young player there. I think, was he like 22, 23? Sorry, I'm not with it today. But he's around that age range. Swiss, from the Swiss league, banged in goals over there, and could possibly have a very good, signing. And that's the thing. When I was looking at like that third choice, he's probably looking at third choice. He could maybe get over Fernandes, depending how he goes. But third choice, I think that's a shrewd bit of business at £8 million from Basel. I think overall solid. It was a very solid window. I'm very happy with that window. Like, it's not one of them windows where you're just like, oh, West Ham, it's man, and we've signed all these big name players and splashed like ridiculous cash. But we have, I think we've made very clever buys. You know what I mean? We're not doing what some clubs are doing. Like, say Everton splashing out, what I'm hearing, 40 million for a Wobie, whether it's happened or not, I don't know yet. But like stuff like that, like we haven't done them sort of things. I think we've made very smart buys this summer, and we're looking at youth. And Pellegrini wants to bring in a young squad. It's, West Ham of the past was all about signing that older player on a big name that you can get on a free or stuff like that. We're moving away from that, which I think we all wanted to do. We all wanted to move away from the likes of, the Evras and Joe Harts, and I mean Zabaleta's been decent for us, but even still, you want to move away from that, and Nasri's and players like that. Just we've done for years and years and years. Sign those, Lundberg and stuff like that. These big name players, sign them up towards the end of their career and let them get one last big payday. We haven't done that. We're looking at building a young, energetic squad for the future. I'm really interested. I'm really excited about the project that Pellegrini is building. Second year of the project, and for me, what I want this season is steady progress. I've heard Carlton Cole say it on our interview with him the other day. That steady progress. If we can look at now getting 9th or 8th, and really look to like next season, then go out and improve even more, and look to then getting a great right back to replace Zabaleta. We're gonna have his wages up. We're gonna get Fernandes off the wage books. Get another striker in. Get in that defensive midfielder. I think we're gonna be in a really good position. So hopefully no major injuries, which is West Ham, so it's going to happen. But if we can get lucky with injuries, it's going to be a very good season. I'm excited. We're going to play some great football. So overall, if I had to give this transfer window a number, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. I think this would be an 8, 7 or 8, 7.5. I don't know. I'd say an 8. I'm gonna just go for an 8. Let me know what you guys think of this transfer. Are you happy? Is there anything that we should have done? Defensive midfielder, fullbacks. What would you guys like to see us do? Who would you like to see us sign? And just you happy with the window and excited for the season. So sorry, I've rambled on quite a bit today. So like I said, it makes it kind of hard to concentrate with this. It's just like this sharp ripping stabbing pain in there. So sorry guys. We're going to have all the stuff back this week. Well, West Ham week's coming back next week. I'll be live. FIFA show is back. A lot of people have been asking about it. Me and Jace are going live Friday evening with Damo. We're going to be on the channel live for about 8:30. So watch out for that. I know a lot of people have been asking about it. So we'll be back, and then they'll be back to normal after that. So thank you guys. Fan cams, post-match pint. One thing left to say. Come on, you Irons.